Yellowstone was quieter than usual that October. The tourists were gone, the roads half closed, and the forest had taken back its sound, a mix of whispering wind and the distant hiss of geysers. Ranger Eli Warren liked that silence. After 10 seasons, he knew it was an emptiness. It was the park breathing. That morning, a report came in from a group of hikers. They claimed they had heard strange noises near the Firehole River basin. Metallic scraping at night, shadows moving through the steam. Eli shrugged it off at first. The geysers moaned, rocks cracked in the cold. Yellowstone always made its own kind of noise. But the hikers said they'd also found something else. A torn backpack, half buried in mineral mud. By noon, Eli was hiking out there alone. The clouds hung low, thick with that sulfur smell that clung to your tongue. The boardwalks were slick from drizzle, and steam rose everywhere, swallowing the shapes of the trees. He moved carefully. Beneath the ground was boiling water. One wrong step, and the earth could eat you alive. He found the backpack easily, wedged near a vent spitting white vapor. It looked new, red nylon, zipper broken. A patch that read * Utah State Geology Club *. Inside were notebooks, a camera, and a melted phone. But what caught his attention was a rock sample wrapped in foil, a piece of black obsidian shot through with faint veins that seemed to pulse with light, as if reflecting something deep inside. Eli frowned. Obsidian didn't glow. He flipped through the notebook, field notes about mineral deposits. Sketches of geyser vents, one phrase written over and over near the end. *, the ground moves at night. * he radioed dispatch. This is Warren at Firehole Basin. Found a pack from a missing hiker, looks like a geology student. Might need search and rescue. Static. Then nothing. He tried again, just a hiss. He sighed. Typical dead zone. By dusk, the fog thickened. Eli decided to head back, but every turn looked the same. The steam walls shifted with the wind, opening paths that vanished again. He walked faster, boots thudding on the wet planks, then stopped. Someone was humming. It came from the other side of the fog, low, rhythmic, like a child's lullaby. "Hello?" he called out. "Park Ranger. Is someone there?" The humming stopped. Then a shadow moved through the mist, tall, thin, with shoulders hunched forward. Eli stepped closer, flashlight slicing the vapor. The beam hit nothing but steam. The sound came again, farther away now, deeper toward the restricted geothermal field. He followed. Against his better judgment, he left the boardwalk, stepping carefully on the crusty ground. Each step made a hollow sound, and the sulfur grew stronger. The fog opened suddenly, revealing a clearing and a pit ringed by cracked rock. Steam poured from it like breath. Around the edges lay pieces of metal, half-melted tools, twisted camera frames, even a boot sole. He crouched near the pit, holding out the obsidian sample. The glow inside it pulsed brighter, like it was answering something below. A whisper rose with the steam. Not wind, not pressure, words. "Give it back." Eli froze. He turned slowly, nothing there. Then the ground trembled. The pit shuddered, and a burst of steam knocked him backward. When he opened his eyes, his flashlight was gone. The air roared. The earth was breathing harder now. He scrambled to his feet and ran toward where he thought the boardwalk was. The fog chased him. The humming returned, closer, and now it wasn't one voice. It was many. "Give it back." He stumbled through the mist until his boot hit wood. Relief surged through him. He followed the path toward the ranger post lights in the distance. But as he ran, the smell changed, from sulfur to something else. Burnt hair. The lights ahead flickered. He slowed. The ranger post was there, but something was wrong. The windows were shattered inward. Steam seeped from the cracks in the wood. Inside, the radios hissed. The coffee pot on the counter boiled, though it wasn't plugged in. He picked up the receiver. "Base, this is Warren. I need backup at static," then a voice, "but not dispatch. You took what's ours." The line went dead. Eli dropped the radio. His reflection in the dark window shifted. The background moved while he stood still. The steam outside twisted into shapes that looked almost human. He backed away slowly. His hand brushed the obsidian again. Hot now, almost burning. The veins inside it pulsed red. Outside, through the swirling fog, a figure appeared on the porch, drenched, shivering, eyes blank white. A young woman in a torn parka with asterisk Utah State Geology Club asterisk stitched on the sleeve. She opened her mouth, and steam poured out instead of words. Eli stumbled back. You're one of the students?" She raised her hand, pointing at the glowing rock in his pocket. The humming grew louder, echoing through the room, rattling glass. "Put it back." Eli turned and ran. He didn't stop until he reached the river's edge. The basin ahead hissed violently, vents spitting bursts of vapor. He threw the rock into the boiling pool. The moment it vanished beneath the surface, the ground stopped shaking. The fog thinned. Silence fell. He stood there for a long time, shaking. When the sun rose an hour later, he made his way back to the ranger station. It looked normal again. Quiet, undamaged, radios working. Dispatch answered his call immediately. "Ranger Warren, you okay? We lost your signal last night." He hesitated. Yeah, just bad reception. Might have picked up something strange near Firehole, though. You might want to send a team." They did, and they found the same pit, but no sign of the backpack or the tools or any melted metal. The ground looked untouched. Only one thing was out of place, a single boot print in the soft mineral soil, pointing toward the pit. It wasn't Eli's. That night, back in his cabin, Eli couldn't sleep. The silence of Yellowstone pressed in again. Outside, the fog drifted past the window. From deep in the forest, faint and distant, he heard the humming start again.